This is Chow's War, Avengers 1. I wasn't planning on reviewing this yet, but I read a terrible comic and I need more time to decide if it deserves tearing up. This is a great comic though. I have often mentioned that there are two good Avengers stories from the last 15 years, and one of them is the first Dan Slott story on Mighty Avengers, and the other is this miniseries by Fred Van Dyke and Wallace Grummett. This is part of Chow's War, a crossover, but you get told here or in the issue itself anything you need to know. There is a big bad guy called the Chow's King, and he is attempting to destroy all of creation, and our comic picks up halfway into the crossover. Most of the heroes, the Avengers, the Excellent Men, etc., they have been defeated by the Chow's King and are all trapped in this new death-like state that he has created. You see, the Chow's King, he has deposed Lady Death, so the standard rules of death no longer apply, and he is able to make up his own rules. And that is the genesis of this makeshift Avengers team. A bunch of dead Avengers are no longer dead because the realm of the dead has been broken open by the Chow's King, and Lady Death no longer has any control over her subjects. You see this in the main series. We have various dead characters ally with the Chow's King. We also saw it in the Alpha Strike tie-in I did. Our team of Avengers here are Yellow Wasps, Life Cry, and it is this series where the name Life Cry comes from. Swordman, the original one from the 60s and 70s. Captain Marbles, the real one, mar-vell. Dr. Doom, the rapist. And then the Vision. They had all died or were considered dead at this point. And actually, we opened with quick glimpses of their dying moments. Swordman got shot by Kronos. Yellow Wasps got killed by Iron Man. Captain Marbles, the real one, mar-vell, he died of cancer. Dr. Doom got shot, but they missed out the bit where Satan's son set his body on fire, threw it in a bin, and then pissed on it. Life Cry accidentally got imploded by Captain Universe Man, and then the Vision, She-Hulk's tore the Vision in half because she was being written terribly. I have reviewed 3 of these comics. Bonus points if you can identify which 3 down below. So now they walk the earth again. Although I didn't know where 90s 4 is, or even where Wasps, the Janice Van Halen version, where she is, or where the Cowboy Boy is, or where Ace of Spades is, or where Paul Rudd's Ant-Man is. Loads of other dead Avengers not accounted for. We straight away start getting to work establishing or re-establishing these characters, many of which haven't appeared in years or decades. Captain Marvel's, the real one, mar-vell, he uses his cosmic awareness to immediately fill them all in on the plot. And they see people being attacked outside by evil monsters that the Chow's King has unleashed from other dimensions. And obviously the team want to get involved and help, but Dr. Doom, who maybe has the most interesting character in this, he is very cynical and resigned. He doesn't want to waste time getting involved because they were all dead and they should still be dead. And he doesn't care about what is happening. In death, he found no greater meaning. And in life again, he realises he just doesn't care about anything. But while they are all listening to him prattle on, Swordman walked off by himself to go and save people. Throughout this, we get quick flashbacks to show some of the background of the characters. This time it is Swordman, and we are going back to World War Vietnam. And this comic is giving me Vietnam flashbacks. I think the two breakout stars of this series were Swordman and Yellow Wasps, and they were meant to be left alive after this was over, just like Alpha Strike. But Tom Beevort didn't read this, or didn't understand it, or was just annoyed that a writer wrote an Avengers story outside of his office. His name is not on the credits for this at all. And so he announced that they were still dead and this miniseries doesn't count. And he would keep telling people this on his horrid little blog. The rest of the Avengers, barring Dr. Doom, they obviously follow Swordman's example and gone into action. But not before Yellow Wasps calls Dr. Doom a cunt 3 times. And when it is Dr. Doom, it's not really forced cursing. He was an enormous cunt. So then we get a nice splash page of the team in action. It's not all roses though, because we have a bit where Captain Marbles, the real one, mar-vell, he asks Swordman if they have ever met, when they have, quite prominently. In the original Jim Starman Fania story, Swordman was on the Avengers during that, and the two of them were in the same room more than a few times in them comics. So then the two of them, they do the fastball special. 2 characters who were dead before the fastball special was even a thing. So I didn't know how they know about it. The Vision, he saves a woman and she reminds him of his wife, Charlotte Witch. So now it is time for a flashback to when the Vision was being created by Ultron. These flashbacks are all establishing new stuff or inserting new bits in the continuity, but not all of them have an enormous impact. Some of them, like Life Cries, are essential. Hers finally resolves the mystery of her backstory. And ones like this, or Swordman's, they are just little embellishments. They are nice to see, but they are not vital to their characters. So then we have a big character moment for Swordman. Really good rally speech from him, where he talks about how unfulfilled he was in death and how he died for nothing. And now, through a twist of fate, he has been given a do-over and a chance to die for something meaningful. And after this, our enemies stand revealed. Jim Reaper and his girlfriend, Nocturna. They have thrown in with the Chaos King, and it is to be continued. Go and read this if you like the Avengers, or what the Avengers used to be. This is good superhero comics, and a really nice chance to dust off some of these characters and give them one more hurrah. Everyone is characterized well, and the art is top notch. I wholeheartedly recommend this. You didn't even need to read the rest of Chow's War to follow it. And I give it 7 thumbs up.